Hello fellow modelers, in today's video I'll be showing you how to build the MENG's 1 to 35th scale Panzerhaubitze 2000 or PZH 2000. So right out of the box, you've got all the individual sprues and large pieces in plastic bags. The detail is pretty sharp as the kit consists of so many pieces, way more than a usual Tamiya or trumpeter kit. This could be a good thing and a bad thing because more pieces will also mean a longer building time. The kit also comes with workable track links, which is pretty cool. And so has clear parts, PE parts, and a metal barrel. So I've gone ahead and built the lower hull. Pretty straightforward, workable torsion bar suspension, which is one of the reasons I got this kit in the first place. I've installed Tamiya's twin motor gearbox as the main driving mechanism. These gearboxes are pretty strong and durable, so they're worth the extra bit of money. So I've base coated the whole model in black primer, then in NATO green. The detail on this kit is really good. And now we begin the painting process. Besides the color NATO green, we'll also need NATO brown and matte black. However, before we continue, make sure the nozzle of your airbrush is clean. I clean mine up by dipping a cotton swab into acrylic-based airbrush cleaner and gently rubbing it onto the tip of the airbrush. Remember to do this very gently. I've seen many beginners bend the tip of the sharp rod while cleaning it. You don't want that to happen because it'll make the paint come out really weird. Actually, I don't exactly know what will happen as it has never happened to me yet. And now I'm done painting the NATO brown. And now it's time to paint the matte black. I have already diluted the matte black with acrylic thinner in the ratio of 1 to 2, and all I need to do now is give the two liquids a good mix. To test out the quality, I simply take a piece of newspaper and carefully draw different kinds of lines and thicknesses onto it. If the paint spits out or comes out really dry, you need more tweaking on the thickness of your paint. For now, it seems like everything is working alright. Now, with the same black paint, I carefully paint the rubber tires. And remember what I said in my previous video, then you need to paint more layers of paint to fully cover up the paint underneath. Do not paint one thick layer of paint. And finally, all 16 wheels are done painting. This is how it now looks with the 3-color camo painted on. The tiny little machine gun has also been painted too. I just base painted it with matte black and dry brushed it with MENG's metallic steel color. Finally, for the weathering, I used Europe Earth Pigment to give the whole model a dusty look and have some dirt gathered in some places. You'll also need enamel thinner. And so as a really soft and flat brush. Do not use a hard and stiff brush. I learned this from my previous model, the Leopard 2A7. Go check that video out if you haven't yet. Get a little bit of pigment onto your brush and gently dab it on the places you want dust. Now that the dust layer is done, I move on to a different weathering method, rain streaks. All you need to get this effect are just white oil paint and enamel thinner. I'll be demonstrating on how to do this on the other side of the turret. By using a fine brush, I get some white paint directly from the oil paint tube and apply it onto the tank in random spots. Then, by using a soft and flat brush, I wet the brush with enamel thinner and brush the model with downwards brush strokes. do the same thing for the top of the model. And here is the completed model. It was one of my favorite builds. Everything went together really well with no major fitting issues. I really like the detail that was put into the model. There are a few things I can improve on though, which are the way I weathered the tank and that I need to get some decal fixer and softener. Many more methods could have been used for weathering, such as chipping and mud effects, but I wanted to keep the tank in a relatively new state. And I also mentioned decal fixer, because the decals just won't stick on with just water. You may have also noticed that I have added on some metal tracks, but haven't painted them yet. I will paint them someday in the future, but for now, I can't find a method that can hold up to the driving of the tank. You can clearly see the rain streaks here, which gives the tank a little bit more realism. All the hatches on the tank are openable, and I have painted the insides in white. Now I'll take the tank apart and show you what's in the insides. The gun elevation is driven by a small motor. To lift up the upper hull, the turret ring first has to be taken out. Then I pull the upper hole backwards and up. The lower hole consists of the main circuit board, which receives signals from my remote control and controls all the moving components. Four batteries are required to drive the tank. Sorry, the battery holder is a bit faulty. And now, to place everything back together and drive it around. The video is now coming to an end. As always, thank you so much for watching, and please stay tuned for upcoming videos.